Yo, welcome to Hard Pass. I am your host, Jacques Slade, and this show is packed, man. Jordan stands come for Ja Morant. Virgil's Louis Vuitton Air Force Ones are almost here. 2 WNBA signature shoes, the week's hottest releases, and 2 hard passes. Let's start with some hot takes. Yeezy Crocs are not allowed in the gym, according to this sign. Damn. Didn't know foam runners were a collab with Crocs this whole time. Now all those comments hating on Co-Writer for changing his mind on Crocs are gonna flip and say, oh, they're Yeezys? These are growing on me. I'm kidding, of course. Just stay safe when you're in the gym though. Offset was wearing Balenciaga Croc foam runner Chanellas somewhere rich and he almost broke his ankle. Wouldn't want the same to happen to you when you're doing your box jumps getting that workout in. This week's Tell Me You Haven't Taken a Single Economics Class without actually telling me you haven't taken a single economics class, well, it belongs to this tweet. So we were going to talk about Nick Kyrgios wearing general release Jordan 1 lows and how that's a weird flex at traditionally stuffy Wimbledon, but then we found out he's facing a domestic abuse allegation, so we're just going to move on. The British Open went down this weekend. Congrats to whoever won since we're recording on day one, and a number of the game's greats that are not playing on the LIV Tour were honored. Jack Nicklaus was granted honorary citizenship from St. Andrews, while Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, I swear Co-Writer is going to include Rory in every episode until I consistently get his last name right, and Paul Lawrie were giving honorary memberships. Those guys have 5 claret jugs between them and they're just now getting memberships? What do I have to do to get an honorary sneakerhead membership? Wear those custom Louis Vuitton Air Force One golfs? I'm down. I guess this is the part where I shamelessly plug that I got a chance to walk and play the old course a few weeks ago, courtesy of the fine folks over at Hugo Boss. Man, imagine that. A kid from Pacoima getting to scratch this goal off his bucket list. Something, keep pushing, something, manifest your dreams. Co-Writer isn't so great with the inspirational stuff. He thrives on the snark, and I'm thankful for that. Well, wait, no, I'm not. So before we move on to the next segment, let's talk Jordan stands. This is what I get for saying I'm not thankful for Co-Writer. So this past week, ESPN got put through the ringer for running an alleged Ja Morant quote about Michael Jordan being just another superstar if he were playing in today's game. And that despite being thankful for and inspired by his goadiness, Ja would cook Jordan if they were to go head to head. Why did I say alleged? Because only half of that was true.
You know, this time you're not saying, I would have cooked her.
I would have cooked them too.
You would have cooked Michael Jordan?
Man, nobody got more confidence than 12.
No, that's what you're supposed to say. I get it.
As you should.
Yeah.
I'm never going to go and say nobody going to beat me in one-on-one or anything.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. The nerve of Ja to playfully say he would cook MJ in a Taylor Rooks interview. He should be banned from the league. Either that or we could appreciate the confidence and not take this so seriously. I don't know. But he never said that MJ would be another superstar in today's NBA. That's a fake quote courtesy of troll account Ballsack Sports, who is feasting right now because they got ESPN. While the worldwide leader took the brunt of the anger, I'm more annoyed that the Jordan stans took it personally. Like, they came out of the woodwork talking like Ja isn't one of the league's most beloved players right now, and probably somebody they really liked right before he said he would beat MJ. They turned heel on Ja because he apparently failed to give Jordan the proper respect, as if wearing his retros, wearing a Jumpman on his jersey, and changing his mind and putting MJ above LeBron in the GOAT conversation after watching The Last Dance wasn't enough. Like, of course Ja is going to say he could beat Michael. We know it's not true, and despite all the confidence in the world, I bet deep down he knows it's not true either. But isn't it more fun to find out how close he could get in a hypothetical matchup instead of just bending the knee? I would love to time machine MJ to 2022 and have him take on this generation of stars that were either too young or weren't even born to see him in his prime. I don't need to see MJ take on LeBron or a Steph or a KD because while I think those guys will put up a fight, but they might defer to Jordan like J.R. Ryder did when Kevin Garnett got a little too heated with the trash talk. Kids like Luka, Ja, Tatum, Zion, Anthony Edwards, and Dirk 2.0 Chet Holmgren no doubt respect Jordan, but they wouldn't be scared of him. But scared is what the stans want. But why? They take every slight, real or imagined, as a declaration of war like their hero. The difference is that Jordan channeled his sociopathic tendencies to championships and $1 billion business. I loathe Skip Bayless and the type of sports programming he's helped popularize. But he saw a market that feasts on hyperbolic trash takes and turned his obvious trolling into fat paychecks. Ballsack Sports got a viral moment, so props to them, I guess. All his stands managed to do is make social media a lamer and more toxic place to hang out in. Us normies, we couldn't care less if your GOAT is MJ or LeBron or Kobe or Alex Caruso. The moral of this story, like what you like, and don't worry about what others like. It works in sneakers, it works in fandom. Oh, in this video that we just ran for almost this entire segment, it's the replies to Ballsack's fake quotes that were taken at face value. I think maybe half a dozen people took the time to figure out this was a fake quote. I really hope MJ saw all these tweets and texted Ja like, "You see this shit?" and then proceeded to tamper and get him on the Hornets in a few years. Don't do that, MJ. It's not a good look. Anyway, we now have an official release date for the Louis Vuitton Nike Air Force One designed by the late Virgil Abloh. 9 sneakers ranging from lows to mids to white on whites to gold to holy grails will be available via digital drop on July 19th with prices ranging from $2,750 to $3,450. As of this recording, what the digital drop will consist of hasn't been made clear. But my heart definitely skipped a beat and my brain went numb when I loaded up the microsite and saw a short video clip of the sneakers floating in digital space like every other sneaker NFT. I swear to the sneaker gods, if they make this an NFT. Anyways, I'm not privy as to what, if any, differences there are between these and some of the similar looking colorways that those who were on the friends and family list got. All I know is that if I get the red pair, I'm going to show up courtside at a Lakers game next season and rock the whole DJ Khaled outfit when he wore his pair to a Heat game a few months ago. Yes, including the Supreme LV throw pillow. Here's my power rankings of the 9 sneakers that'll be dropping on the 19th. Number 9, the white on white mid. Does Nice Kicks mid agenda include these? Number 8, the Met Silver Black and Purple Dust. Samples that somehow got an actual release. Number 7, the white and green pair. As a Laker fan, I'm obligated to not like these, even if they are kinda cool. Number 6, white and comet red, the aforementioned DJ Khaled starter pack sneaker. Number 5, white and team royal. I can already picture someone wearing these at a Dodger game. And number 4, Met gold. Co-writer's favorite because it's obnoxiously gold and that's kind of his love language. Number 3, graffiti mid, maybe the standout pair with artwork by Gusto Leone. And then number 2, the white on white low. Which female celebrity will you all cancel for getting these dirty? Just say it now in the comments. And then finally, number 1, the all black low. The ultimate not around shoe. You just know someone is going to wear these to a finals game to prove that they're not around. And I'm here for it, as long as it's not Pat Beverly. Let's move on to the Heat Check, where we bring you everything that's dropping this week. Info courtesy of Sneaker News and Sneakers app, as always. We have the Nike Dunk Low Jackie Robinson on the 19th for $130, the Comme des Garçons Nike Air Thunder Max on the 21st, the Bryant Giles New Balance 2002R and 2002R Slip-On on the 21st, the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low Reverse Mocha on the 21st, the Reebok Question Mid, the crossover on the 22nd for $160, the Women's Air Jordan 1 Nostalgia on the 23rd for $170. And then for our pick of the week, it's the Louis Vuitton Nike Air Force One collection, which drops on July 19th, and they're way too much money. But look, good luck trying to get a pair to resell because let's not kid ourselves. But if you don't get them, I wouldn't sweat it too much. I'm sure your Instagram ads are already flooded with reps that you can pass off as the real thing to your non-sneakerhead friends. Now for a heat check on the debut of 2 WNBA signature shoes. During WNBA's All-Star Weekend, we saw Breanna Stewart of the Seattle Storm wear her signature shoes, the Puma Stewie 1, for the first time. Officially, it's the first women's basketball signature shoe in 12 years. Stewart is one of the game's best, though. A 2-time WNBA champion, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 2-time MVP, 4-time NCAA champion, and a member of the W25 as one of the top 25 players in the W's history. Oh, and she did all that before the age of 28, 6 seasons into her pro career. That's like firing up a career mode in 2K and changing the difficulty to easy as soon as you get out of college to maximize winning. Props to Puma for giving Stewart the nod. Their efforts to push women's hoops should not go unnoticed. And here's hoping that the support will be there for the Stewie when it launches later this fall. The debut colorway should be a success in the same way that the LaMelo Ball's MB01 was hot out of the gate. But I'll be keeping an eye out if they fall into the same malaise that other basketball signature shoes have fallen into for the past several years. And then there's the Nike Del Don 1. So we joked last week about how Elena Delle Donne's debut sneaker was already the number 3 basketball signature shoe at Nike with Kyrie on the way out and Kobe's firmly in the protro category. Now we're more wondering when Nike will actually unveil them. While Puma has pushed the Stewie 1 during a peak moment in the WNBA season, we haven't heard anything from Nike in an official capacity. Delle Donne has actually been wearing the Del Don 1s all throughout the season, but their identity was a mystery wrapped in an enigma until the Washington Post's Kareem Copeland got confirmation from her. It's a little weird that Nike hasn't put out so much as a press release, but it could be related to her reduced schedule this season because of injuries and load management. They could be waiting until the playoffs when there should be less restriction on Delle Donne to do a full reveal, which should be a big deal because it'll be the first women's Nike basketball signature shoe since Diana Taurasi had a pair in the mid-2000s. I mean, I'd probably roll my eyes if somebody says the tried and true, oh, you can wear these on and off the court line with these, James Harden. But I think it's a solid looking debut. It's a hooper shoe, not unlike the GT Jump or the GT Cut, but hopefully it'll be something people can buy, unlike the GT Cut, apparently. All right, it's time for this week's Hard Pass, where we take a look at something in the culture that just needs to go, like Supreme's latest collab with Vans. It'd be better if we just did a whole hard pass on Supreme, but we'll deal with just this one right now. Originally, the brand was supposed to release a collab with Vans on July 7th, featuring artwork from Nate Loman. That artwork? Bullet holes, slightly stylized bullet holes on skate shoes. A little insensitive given the climate that we're in, but sure. According to an artsy website profile on Loman, he appropriates, paints, and photographs existing imagery, mining the detritus of pop culture in mixed media works that critique celebrity culture consumerism and the saturation of sex and violence in mass media. So, slapping their artwork over established stuff. In other words, he's perfect for a Supreme collab. Look, I'm all for letting artists cook, no matter how shocking or banal or oblivious they might be to the world around them. However, they also have to be ready for the fair, non-trolling criticism that comes with their creation. So here it is. Loman might not be glorifying violence when he puts bullet holes on a sneaker or a sweater, but not everybody will understand. Maybe, just maybe, I'd be a little more receptive to the sneaker if the artwork's message about what gun violence is doing to our society was a little more direct and obvious. The hard pass was less for the pulling of the shoes off the shelves and more for the lack of communication as to why. Yes, they read the room and understood that in light of recent tragedies, including Highland Park, Illinois, during a July 4th parade that left 7 people dead and 46 wounded, releasing shoes with bullet holes in them is in poor taste. Releasing shoes with bullet holes in them over the past several years when gun violence has sadly become an everyday part of American life would have been in poor taste. But say what you mean, so there's no doubt. We are in an age where if you're not loud and clear with your message, bad actors will distort whatever it is we're trying to say and manipulate it to their benefit. Travis Scott will never hear the end of what happened in Astroworld, but as part of his efforts to move forward and, let's be honest, rebuild his brand, which includes selling sneakers, he has shown contrition. It hasn't been perfect, and it will never be enough for those affected by the tragedy, but the bare minimum was enough that Nike saw fit to get back into business with him. Supreme? Can't even do that. This week's second hard pass goes to the idea that sneaker culture is dead or that the bubble has burst. The cool thing to do right now is declare sneaker culture over. Jordan Retros are sitting. Prices are going up. Yeezys are just hanging out at Nordstrom's. New Balance is on the uptick and resale is down bad. According to the discourse, those metrics are what proves that sneaker culture is not what it used to be and that we are so close to shutting it all down. You know what I think about people jumping off the sneaker bandwagon because it's not a cool thing anymore? Great. Bye. See ya. And if you're still around, let's burn it all down and start over. Or hear me out for a second. Sneaker culture isn't dying. It's just moving on to the next phase. Is it a down phase? Well, that depends on how you look at it. Yes, sneaker prices are going up, but this is not a new development. We've been complaining about the rising cost of sneaker prices since Jordan 1s were $65 in the 80s. We've also been complaining about the rising cost of gas. video games, movie tickets, and McDonald's Happy Meals in the same time. Pricing going up is not a sneaker thing. It's a life thing. You just hope your wages are catching up or that interest rates are, no, we're not even going to get into that. Anyways, general release retros are sitting on shelves, so I don't have to suffer the indignity of taking an L on Sneakers app or get in line for a pair of retros. I fail to see why this is a bad thing. I sure hope they keep this sneakers is dead energy when the Chicago 1 reimagined or the white cement 3s drop. Keep it up, fellas. And then there's the supposed depth of resale. I don't know, man. It's kind of funny when I see emails from reseller platforms constantly telling me that there's plenty of kicks I can buy for below retail. That never used to happen. Seems to me like the most rare and most hyped of kicks are getting priced to the moon, which is how it has worked since the beginning of time, which for the doomsayers was apparently 2010. All they've ever experienced is the boom time, when even less than stellar retros like Joker 3s and Pro Star 5s were selling out. Now they're going to get a glimpse of how it used to be. It won't ever go back to the days of Jake Shuttlesworth rolling up to a local shop to buy J's because basic ass Panda Dunks are still selling out, but I'm interested to see how many actually jump off the hype train. And that's why Hard Pass was always a show that was nominally about sneakers, tech, movies, prestige TV, anime, video games, wrestling, lo-fi beats. Yeah, we're here for all of that, baby. We got you. All right. That's going to do it for the show. Thanks for watching Hard Pass. I am Jacques Slade. I'll see you next week. If you would possibly like to be featured in a future episode, call us at 818-493-9325. Leave us a short message with your Hard Pass, your social media if you want, no more than 30 seconds, and I'll see you next week. Peace.